Breakups, whether you're in a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship or a husband-wife marriage, can feel like the emotional equivalent of a hurricane. One moment you're fine, and the next, you're swept up in a whirlwind of pain, anger, and endless ice cream binges. But can spirituality be the life raft that helps you float through that storm? In today's video, we're going to explore whether spiritual practices can actually heal a broken heart and bring you back to peace. When it comes to girlfriend-boyfriend relationships, heartbreak can sometimes feel like the end of the world, especially if it's your first love. You know that soul-crushing feeling when you can't stop stalking their Instagram to see if they're posting stories with someone else? Yes, that's heartbreak in the digital age. Now, from a psychological perspective, a breakup can lead to depression, anxiety, and even physical symptoms like fatigue or lack of appetite. But spirituality offers a way to shift the focus inward. Practices like meditation, journaling, and mindful breathing can help you get out of your head and into the present moment. Culturally, many people view spirituality as a source of emotional healing. In some cultures, you might light a candle, say a prayer, or visit a temple to gain inner peace. Think of it as resetting your emotional GPS after you've been driving in circles. It's like telling yourself, "Hey, maybe I need to stop looking at my ex's Facebook and start looking at myself for once." But let's be real, spirituality doesn't make you stop caring about your ex overnight. However, it can help you recognize that your self-worth doesn't depend on someone else's affection. In fact, many spiritual teachings remind us that love begins from within. It's as if you've been so focused on someone else driving the car, you forgot you were holding the keys. For some people, though, there's a biological difference in how men and women react to breakups. Men may bottle it up or throw themselves into work, while women often feel more emotional in the beginning, but find strength in spiritual practices like yoga or mindfulness. It's almost like men try to put a band-aid on the problem, while women get straight to the root of it. And yes, there's some historical context to this. Traditionally, women were seen as more connected to community and emotional healing practices. Spirituality, in many ancient cultures, was led by women who acted as healers or guides for others. So if your breakup playlist includes Hurt by Johnny Cash on repeat, remember that spirituality might just give you that emotional reboot. Now, husband-wife heartbreak. This is where things get deep. When a marriage ends, it's not just an emotional loss. It can feel like a huge identity crisis. After all, you've built a life together, shared a Netflix account, and probably know each other's annoying habits better than anyone else. Yes, even the way they loudly chew their cereal. In a marriage, spiritual practices might come with a sense of grounding that's missing in the chaos of separation. Practices like meditation, yoga, or even attending spiritual retreats can be essential tools to cope with this change. You're no longer just you and them. Now you're rediscovering you. A breakup after marriage is often more complex due to shared responsibilities like kids, mortgages, or even pets. But spiritually, it's a time for reflection. Many people turn to spiritual rituals, from lighting incense to engaging in healing circles, to process the emotional baggage. It's almost like creating a spiritual garage sale, getting rid of old emotional junk to make space for something new. Psychologically, people in long-term marriages may feel a deeper wound, but also have more tools for healing. After all, in a husband-wife relationship, you're more mature and might have already built a spiritual practice together. If your spouse meditated every morning, you might just continue that habit post-breakup because it brings you peace, not because it reminds you of them. A funny comparison? Imagine you're like an old married couple deciding on which spiritual practice is right. The husband says, "Let's meditate," while the wife says, "Let's book a trip to Bali for a yoga retreat." Spiritual healing post-marriage has layers. It's not as simple as it seems. But whether you're finding your peace in daily meditation or by hitting the gym for a spiritually focused workout, the key is finding something that works for you. From a cultural and historical perspective, long-term relationships, especially marriages, have often been tied to religious or spiritual traditions. Whether it's praying for guidance or simply practicing gratitude for what you've learned from the relationship, spiritual healing can help both partners, even if they've decided to go separate ways. On both mental and physical health, spirituality has proven benefits for healing from heartbreak. Mentally, practices like meditation can reduce anxiety, increase focus, and help you sleep better. Physically, spiritual practices like yoga can reduce stress and increase overall well-being. Think of it like hitting the reset button on your heart's computer. Sure, you'll still get some pop-up ads, aka memories of your ex, but with enough practice, they'll become easier to close. For men and women, the healing process is often different. Women may be quicker to engage in group-based spiritual activities, such as attending workshops or retreats, while men may start with solo activities like quiet meditation or prayer. It's like comparing someone who orders dessert first with someone who likes to save it for later. Different approaches, same sweet results. Let's say, hypothetically, you've just broken up with your girlfriend or wife, and you decide to try a spiritual meditation class to heal. You walk into the room, and the instructor tells everyone to focus on their breath. Everything's peaceful, until the guy next to you snores so loudly you can't help but burst out laughing. Guess what? Even laughter can be spiritual. Sometimes, spirituality is about embracing the absurdity of life and letting go of those little annoyances. In my opinion, spirituality can absolutely help you heal after a breakup. It won't magically erase the pain, but it can give you the tools to manage your emotions, reflect on what happened, and come out stronger. It's like learning how to swim. At first, you're splashing around, unsure of how to keep your head above water, but with practice, you get better and learn how to navigate the waves of your emotions. If this video helped you even a little, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a spiritual lift after a breakup. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on healing, relationships, and finding peace. Also, let me know in the comments what spiritual practices have helped you after a breakup.